Here, my name is Christ, my name is Mark. To get the story rolling, okay. A lot of fanboys, maybe here and here, a fan of, I put one in my room. A lot of the Sony ponies and a lot of the Sony ponies mostly are up in arms over the ps4. Okay. The Xbox fanboys are mad because they say they don't care, but they're typing on the computer, saying how it's a joke and we wish it fails, and they're the ones, that need a 4K machine in their lives, because the Xbox won't get ready to hit 1080p. If it does hit 1080p, it sacrifices something else to do it. The cloud computing is not going to work. It hasn't worked. But being said though, is this going to break people from buying a PS4? No. It's not going to, because of the simple understanding that if you have a PS4 and a good 1080p television set, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 inch television set, you don't have to run out there and keep up with the digital Joneses. You can do what you want to do. Let's take a history back and look. Okay? Take history back and look. Just look at the fact that PlayStation 2, that finally had one server, finally in the Final Fantasy or whatever it was, that finally turned off the last server. In 17 years that served online. I can't remember what it was. You can comment down below on this and tell me what it was, because I forgot. Foolish me, But going back to the PS2 days, the DVD players were very trickling out. Japan loved VCDs and VHS, so that's the format they like to view on. The Japanese Asian culture is very hard to get anything new. They are the dominant force in Japan at this time, back in 2099, 2000, 2001, okay? They're a dominant force, and they still are today, but, be that as it may, politics aside, whatever, dollar versus yen, I don't care, but Euro involved, I know I throw Euro in there because, but it doesn't bother me because we don't care, to me it's all currency, just, some have coins, some have, a different color money, and some have green, so it just depends on what your stomping grounds are at, But be that as it may though, you have, back then, the cheapest DVD player at the time, okay? The cheapest DVD player at the time was a PS2. Okay, fast forward it through the 360. The original Xbox played, you needed to buy an attachment that had the controller to unlock the DVD output. So in Microsoft world, you have to spend money to play something that we already have on our system. Most cable, satellite providers, things like that. It's understandable to have issues with something like that, but some new technology, usually the newest stuff usually is the most expensive, most neglected stuff. They tried things first, like certain game consoles tried with infrared controllers, wireless infrared controllers, to go into digital controls we have right now that's really wireless. That's 10 times better than any infrared controller out there in the past. Sorry guys. But going back to the PS2 and 360, okay, 360 couldn't play DVDs, I don't believe, externally on the system. I think it could, I don't know if it did or not. but you can buy an HD DVD player attachment. First attachment for the 360 I know of, outside of fan, is supposed to avoid your warranty if you put it on there. Anyway though, moving on. You put the thing on there, you plug in the USB port, and it plays HD DVDs. 7, 10, 20, 1080p, whatever. But, at the same time, PS2 was out, PS3 came out. It cost $900 to build, $600 price tag. Oh, it's too expensive. $900 to build, $600 price tag. Do the math on that. Sony is already in the hole, $300. Okay. But that thing came standard. The big one, big fat one, came with better bells and whistles. But if you go after the next fat butt one, the next original PS3, it came with, I do believe, 2 USB ports in the front. They made a couple in the back. I think one in the back. I think 1 or 2 in the back, or 0. But it came standard, I do believe, with an option of an HDMI cable port. Cable full simply. Still to this day, we have HD and equipped devices that require you to go out there and go check out under $10-15 for an HD cable. Don't get me started on that one, because we'll be here for an hour and a half talking about that alone. But once again, moving on. They had, you can play on composite or play on whatever you call it, or HD. A lot of people played in HD. But then again, if you had HD TVs, weren't really coming in bad right now. You had 480p and 720p was the new 1080p at the time. It was glossy, looked nice, but had something that the Xbox 360 didn't have. PS3 invested heavily in this thing called Blu-ray technology. It's multi-layered, compressed even more, you get a sharper picture, more information, you can hold more storage, blah blah blah. And since games that were only on PlayStation, I utilize the Blu-ray potential better because they're made with the Blu-ray in mind. So games started looking better each time they experimented with a Blu-ray. And also you can play Blu-ray movies out loud. The first one I got I think Spider-Man 1 or 2, I think I got. Wasn't a bad movie at all. Blu-ray was nice. It was actually the cheapest Blu-ray player out there. Because some of them were almost close to $1,000 range. Even at Walmart they were expensive. But as Sony was pushing Blu-ray and the HD DVD went the way of the dodo, can't Microsoft bet on the wrong horse? And of course, $1 billion red ring of death later, they're still being laughing stock at that one. But here's the big thing. Big thing to understand. Only thing to understand. That we got through it. No kingdoms collapsed. No businesses went belly up. Nobody lost their job because VHS went to VCDs, went to DVDs, went to HD DVDs, went to Blu-ray, now going to 4K. The ps4K is going to push 4K technology greater. The Xbox Game Boy say, well, I don't care about that. You do care about that. Because, the same monkey crap people are posting this crap how they don't care about it, are the same people, I guarantee you, if Microsoft Shaft was doing Blu-ray technology and did all this stuff and do 4K, they'll be dancing in sinks no dancing in sinks, no dancing in the streets, burning PlayStation 4s, and eulogy, saying ding dong, PlayStation's gone. But they're not, because the refugee camp YouTube channels, they hunker down to and hide, get their strong cup of coffee and the glory days of how 360 was better than PlayStation. They fail to realize up here and out there in the real world, in digital age, 4K, 8K, 12K, or 10K, 12K, this stuff is here. 4K TVs are being slashed. Okay? When you think LG, Vizio, Sony, Philips are no longer producing 1080p TVs, because 1080p is becoming the new 720p. 720p is going to become the new 480p. 480p is going to become the existence of the dinosaurs ruling the earth type of technology. There's people still today who in some bedrooms don't have HD TVs. They have SD TVs, standard definition TVs. And they play their old 360s, PS3s, and it's fine, have a good day. It's fine for them. But technology is showing us that every evolution, every generation has a new evolution. And the 4K will push PlayStation 4 to last longer. The Xbox Slim could be called the Xbox 2 for all we know. Done right. It may have 4K output. It may have 4K output, because you think Netflix and Hulu and YouTube ain't going to jump on 4K? If you think that, sweetheart, then I'll sell you a bridge island, because that's crap. Xbox fanboys now are already launching their, getting their fanboy armies to launch missiles at this, any sign of problem. And they're going to launch it beforehand, like they did with the ps4, when the ps4 took off and beat the crap out of the Xbox One. Fanboys, listen up. You stand down now. The war's over. Your team lost. Hashtag deal with it. Well, Adam off there, pun. But that's how it is, folks. You can't sit there or stand there or whatever you're doing and say how 4K is garbage. I'm going to boycott PlayStation. But you got a PS4 sitting over there, or on there, over there somewhere. The games are not going to be made with... You probably won't have two different games. You probably have the same game, but playing it through the Neo would unlock more of what that game can become on the 4K machine. It may only do 2K gaming, 1080p times 2 is what I call it. But that's look good. But if you got a 40-inch TV, you ain't gonna notice it at all, really. But investing in 4K is not a bad thing. People just don't understand that change happens, and people fear change. You can't fear what you don't know. Same thing happened with DVDs, HD DVDs, Blu-ray, now 4K. Once you start adapting 4K movies, like they did with the HD, and with Blu-ray, and with the VHS, and with VHS went to DVDs. Some movies came out with a combo, selling the VHS and DVD for the same price. 4K is going to come with a Blu-ray disc and a digital download code of the same movie. People are so afraid of this that even the Sony ponies are morphing into action, calling their haters lords, to bash the companies that they support. But when they threaten with their PS4, the games are still going to work on your system. Stand down your arms. Stand down. The PS4 original will be cheaper, because if $399 price of the 4K is accurate, you're gonna lower that thing down maybe probably $200 on that PS4 original. They're gonna sell me more. Well, I can't afford Johnny a 4K television set, but his cousin has PS4. I'm gonna buy him PS4 since it works with his 1080p. Or they sold out of 4K, so I'll give him his 1080p as marked down, and I'll give him a PS4 for Christmas. And you can still play online with your friends. Now, granted, the parties or the campaigns, you might have 10 or 12 people allowed to multiplayer on a single player or whatever mode because of 4K maybe. And only 4 or maybe 6, 4. You might get 8 to play in a multi-game, a cooperative game, maybe. And that's fine. It's 4K. They should have extra bells and whistles for different things. But the game will work automatically. So if you buy that disc and put it in your PS4, it's going to run. It's going to run probably at 1080p or close to it, 130 frames per second, instead of running at 1080p 60 frames per second, close to almost 2K on the Neo. So stop worrying, okay? Stop freaking out, stand down your arms, call off your Zords, call off the tanks, stop fighting your own company, Sony. You may well be boycotting. Why? They do this every generation. They make 3 or 4 different variations. Except the original Xbox. The only one I know of didn't make a multi one. Because they didn't have time to. They dropped it into the 360. Could you imagine a slimmer original Xbox original with a probably bigger hard drive and maybe a faster processor? The original Xbox, the original PlayStation, PSX done it with 3 different variations, so little increasing that power there. Don't worry, guys. Okay, it's gonna be fine. The world's gonna, the sun's gonna rise tomorrow. No big deal. Just stop freaking out. Stop acting like the world's coming to an end. Stop acting like, it's a big joke. It's happening. 4K is becoming the new norm. With change, there's going to be violence. People are going to be violent towards a company that's trying to expand their horizons. You people need to look at the Microsoft Xbox camp and look how bad they're having it. Their galactic ship is crashed and burned, on planet Hopeless, and they're trying to scrape together what they can to make it slim to hopefully get people to come back to it. I have an Xbox One over there, PS4 down there. I use both of them quite regularly. Personally, I have the best of both worlds. So if both of them makes 4K, I gotta buy a 4K television first. So essentially, I'm out of the running right now anyway. So don't hate something until you try it. I seen 4K television in Best Buy and even on Walmart. They look pretty decent. Yeah, guys, don't sweat it. If you like it, good. If you hate it, whatever. If you're neutral like I am, hey, best place to be is neutral. Be safe. Peace.